Hi, it's Sunday night. Make sure you have a journal if you choose. And if it's your first time doing a guided meditation, make sure you're somewhere comfortable and maybe have some headphones in. And we're going to hi Harlow. Oh my God, doesn't he look so cute? He's so perfect. Look at him. He's so perfect. So it's Sunday night. Let's prepare ourselves for a nice grounded week. So if you have your journal, go ahead and take that out. And let's start by, excuse me. Let's start by simply writing out how we're feeling right now. Let's write about, and try not to make sense of what you're writing, right? This is journaling, it's free writing. So no rules, and you really don't want it to make sense. You want to just express. Okay, so just let yourself feel, talk about how you're feeling, get it out on paper. If you're having any anxiety, any concerns for the week, write about that. Just take a minute or two and share that in your journal, okay? We'll do just another minute of free writing. So just writing about what you're feeling, what you're fearing. Does it need to make any sense? Just writing about how you're feeling. Getting it on paper so we can get it out of the head. So we can start, once we start the meditation, we're clear, just a little bit more clear. Like it's kind of like a cleaning before cleaning. A cleaning before cleaning. And you don't have to have a journal. You can just write it on paper and then throw it away or whatever you want. But writing pen to paper is much more effective in releasing and letting go than like using your thumbs on the computer. But if you have a computer, it's not a bad thing. Just notice the difference, right? About 15 more seconds of writing, free writing. You can write about how cute Oliver looks. That's totally fair. Okay. If you want to keep writing, please do. Otherwise, I want you to just close your eyes for a moment, take a couple deep breaths. We're not necessarily going into the meditation just yet. And now I want you to pick up your journal again. And this time I want you to write how you would like the week to feel. Not necessarily what you want to happen, but how do you want this week to feel for you? So how do you want to feel this week? Maybe it could there's no rules. So you might say, I want to feel relieved because maybe you accomplished something that's been on your mind, or you just want to feel happy, or you want to laugh, or talk about how you want this week to feel. And see if you can get clear about that feeling. And if you want to get specific, you can, but I really want it to be about how you want to feel during the week, not so much tasks. Although there's nothing wrong with tasks, but I want you to feel more than I want you to think. Just a couple more seconds. Okay. And you are welcome to keep writing, or we can stop. We're going to start the meditation. So find a comfortable place, lean against a couch, lay down, whatever works for you. Just find yourself a very comfortable place. 3 releasing breaths. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, blow it out. 2 more times. All right. Begin to deepen your breath. Begin to slow down the breath. Begin to lengthen your breath. Deepening the breath. Slowing down the breath. Lengthening the breath. Deepening the breath. Lengthening the breath. Slowing down the breath. Deepening the breath. Lengthening the breath. Slow down the breath. Allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself to release all that you've been holding on to. Allow yourself peace, stillness. Notice if the body wants to move, fidget. It's okay. Allow yourself, if it needs to move, move. Don't fight it. We spend so much of our day fighting ourselves or others. Allow yourself in this moment to be free to do whatever it is you need and want. If you need to scratch, scratch. If you need to move, move. And if you want to just sink down into the earth, do just that. Let go. Let go. And just let it all go. You've come to a place in your journey where things that used to be your responsibility no longer are. You've come to a place in your journey where things that used to be your responsibility no longer are. Can you let go of that which is no longer your responsibility? And if you let go, how does that make you feel? And how do you define you without those responsibilities? Those responsibilities might be people, places, things, jobs. What if I told you they're no longer yours? Without analyzing that, without pushing back on that, just sit with that sentence. You're on a part of your journey where there are things that are no longer your concern. There are people that are no longer your concern. This doesn't mean they won't be in your life. This doesn't mean you won't interact with them. It means the relationship has changed. The relationship has changed. Allow yourself to lean into the change. Notice how it feels when you lean in compared to push back. To help you lean into this change, I want you to feel yourself standing tall. Don't actually stand. Stay seated. Stay lying down. Visualize, imagine, see, feel yourself standing. And I want you to allow yourself to fall back. When you feel yourself, imagine yourself falling, what do you see catching you? Is it a pillow, a mattress, angels, clouds? What do you free fall backwards into? For some of you, this might be overwhelming. This might be nerve-wracking. Just do what feels good for you. Maybe simply standing there knowing that one day you're going to feel, imagine, experience yourself free falling backwards. But for today, maybe you don't. Maybe some of you allow yourself to imagine and feel and see yourself free falling backwards. And you can feel what it feels like as you land gently, softly, almost being folded up in that which catches you. Maybe you see yourself doing this multiple times, free falling in your imagination, not literally backwards. I want you to just sit with this for a moment, wherever you're at, whether it's simply standing there knowing one day you will, whether it's actually doing it over and over, or maybe just one time. Take a minute or so in the quiet and have this experience. See if you can incorporate your breath. So, a deep inhale as you imagine yourself standing tall, and as you exhale, you free fall in your imagination back, feeling yourself being caught by the clouds and the cushions or whatever that is that waits for you. Feel yourself resting in that softness. Inhale and feel the exhale. And if this is really scary for you, don't do it. Allow yourself to stand with your back to whatever that cushy thing is that will catch you. That mattress, that pillow, those clouds, those angels. Just being there is a huge step. Don't force, don't push. Trust yourself to be ready when the time is right. All right. Wherever you're at, I want you to place yourself into this cloud of softness. If you were just standing in front of them and was not ready to fall, gently sit down, lean back, and allow yourself to be held by these clouds of softness. Just allow yourself to be held as you look up. You feel yourself surrounded by this strong yet gentle softness. And you look up into the cosmos and you feel and see the vastness. You feel and see how it continues beyond anything your mind can comprehend. But you allow yourself to feel the depth. Feel the depth of the cosmos as you feel your physical body being held, comforted, supported. And you allow yourself to move deep, deep into the cosmic field. And within that cosmic field, you're free. You're free. Whatever concerns you have here on earth don't concern you right now. You're free. And in this freedom, you find new understandings of the situation. And in this freedom, you find new perspectives, new answers, new solutions to these situations. They may come to you now, they may come later. But what matters is that you are free. And as you're here in this freedom of the cosmos, I want you to thank the relationships in your life. Some of them you are saying goodbye to, maybe not today, but thank them, even the most difficult ones. Thank them. They were here for you to learn, to evolve. And if you don't feel like you have finished that evolution with these difficult relationships, that's okay. Stay with it, but still thank them. Go through your Rolodex of those that you need to thank, especially the difficult ones. See yourself hugging them, thanking them. As part of this thanking, it's also a closing so that you can start it fresh for you. 3 releasing breaths. Deep inhale, blow it out. Deep inhale, blow it out. And last time, deep inhale, blow it out. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. If you want to pick up your journal and write, please do. If you just want to sit quietly, please do. If you want to share your experience, please do. Okay, let's look at this week ahead. That which was holding you down or making you feel like almost enslaved or in chains is lifting. That which has been like guarding you, and I don't mean guarding you like in a positive sense, but that which has been holding you, right? Kind of holding you stuck, um, is going to start to lift. This sense of, I can't see, I don't know which direction, why, is going to start to lift. And it's going to lift in this weird way where you're still feeling in it, you're still feeling lost, but then every now and then you get these glimpses of clarity. There will be a moment to, I almost want to say, celebrate, and that will look different for everybody. That celebration may be just talking to an old friend. For some of you, if there's something you've been waiting for, it feels like you will be getting positive news. And there'll be this moment of freedom, lightness that you've been waiting for. And for some of us, we're leaving. For some of us, we're walking away from that which no longer serves us. But we aren't walking away empty-handed. We're walking away full. We're not walking away defeated. We're not walking away deflated without anything. We're walking away full. And looking as if this horizon that's ahead, you can finally see it. It's like you weren't able to see the horizon before. You weren't able to see ahead before because you were in the middle of it. And now that you've packed your things emotionally or literally, and you are walking away, and you're walking away full because you've learned. You didn't just waste this time. And you're walking away, and you're walking away full, and you're walking away plentiful, not depleted. The horizon starts to look brighter and brighter and brighter. Hopeful, hopeful, hopeful. And within that comes opportunity and celebration of sorts. Feels like a nice week. Which is always Good news, right? It's always nice. For some of you, you'll be successful in something that's been weighing you down. For some of you, if you've been like kind of waiting for this week because something big, meaning just something that's been on your mind, like, I just can't wait for that meeting to be over, or whatever that is, it will not be as difficult. It will come, it will go, and you'll be like, whew, and you'll feel that weight lifted off you. Harlow, hopeful is one of the words I wrote down earlier. Oh, cool. We're on the same page. Great. Let's see what else we've got. Okay. Okay. We've got, excuse me, insight. I know my lights are glaring. There, you could see a little bit better. Insight. Let's see what insight has to say. Where are my glasses? Maybe if I hold it here. Okay, hold on. Okay, there they are. Insight says, refine your psychic senses. You are or about to see further, higher, and deeper through space and time. Your psychic skills are expanding and seeing through the lens of your soul. Hone your abilities by reading about or doing a workshop on intuitive development. We are all psychic, it is a part of who we are, but we have thrust this ability into the background in favor of other senses. Problems occur when we keep looking at the manifested world for proof of our worth. You are worthy because you are here. There is nothing to prove. This is what I say a lot when we talk about we're not here to earn a living. You are worthy. You have already earned the right to be here. You are worthy because you are here. There's nothing to prove. You could become an intuitive reader if this is something you desire. It could also mean you're learning to trust what you feel. And the next steps to take will drop. Hold on, I can do this. It could also mean you are learning to trust what you feel, and the next steps to take will drop into your mind in the following days. There we go. I also want to say to mom, because I know you're watching and listening, but remember what I said about with Charlotte. She is reaching out to you constantly, psychically, in your dreams, intuitively, emotionally, and to not undermine that because it's not happening in the physical. That's what this card is for you specific. But for everyone else, it will obviously apply accordingly. But for you, it's don't underestimate the power of. We can speak further if needed, but I needed to say that. Okay, next one, Soul Song. It's pretty. Oh, there. Ooh, look at those wings. 41. Tune into the soundtrack of life. Your soul emits a beautiful song. Think of it as a pulsating light moving in rhythm with the universe. Your song travels through light and is the background music of your life. Even if you can't hear your song with your physical ears, know it exists. We know animals hear sounds we can't. Your song is always resonating throughout the universe along the music of the spheres and the sound of the universe made when it was born, the greatest song of all, Om. Let me read that again. Your song is always resonating throughout the universe along with the music of the spheres and the sound of the universe and the sound the universe made when it was born, the greatest song of all, Om. You can tune into it through your heart and your throat. Be willing to live your life from your highest, most aligned, most loving perspective. The next song or piece of music that moves your inner world will help you to tune into your soul song. Or go out into nature. The music of nature will balance and detoxify. Align with the sounds of the earth, and you will find the steps to take next. Meditate, 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 meditate. Even if it's for short. One of my best students said to me today, she was having a really hard time last week. And she said, one of those days last week, I meditated 3 times. And here was the beauty in it. She meditated 3 times, not to get rid of, not to not feel, to repress, but instead she needed to, it gives you a break from the experience she was going through. She was going through a traumatic moment, and it needed to take place. The trauma, the memory trigger of that moment needed to take place. And she didn't want to push it down. So if she goes into meditation, she aligns, aligns, aligns. And sometimes that alignment means continuing to feel uncomfortable, but for a moment, remembering your connection, for a moment, finding peace, balance. And the reason why, she went into meditation 3 times, and that's been my world too, a lot of days, is because sometimes I feel like the meditations only hold, like they have an expiration, right? Like, especially when you're having a really hard day, you can meditate in the morning. And like when I always say this, when I worked corporate, within 3 hours, I was done. Like it was as if I never meditated. And so I needed to do another meditation. And some days are just like that, where you're drained very quickly. It just is. Some days you're not. It doesn't mean you're good, you're bad. It doesn't mean you don't know how to manage it. It just means that living on this planet is tough. And if you allow yourself to feel free, even if it's for 10 minutes 3 times a day or less than that, every time life gets difficult, you will choose to find balance before you choose to lean into the chaos. And if you choose to find balance first, even if you can only stay in that balance for seconds or minutes, every time you do it, it gets better and longer and longer and longer and longer. And before you know it, even in the most trying times, you're standing in balance because your natural reaction is, I choose balance, and I'm going to step away from this group of people if I have to find it. I'm going to do what I have to do because I need balance, and I want that first. I don't want chaos first. That's a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool to choose and desire balance first. Because if anyone knows, as I'm sure this student knew, chaos is a drug. It is easy to get sucked in to chaos and gossip and anger and what, and then even even for me, it's like a drug. It's like the anxiety, because that anxiety shoots through you and energizes you in a negative way, but it energizes you. And that keeps you going, it keeps you fueled. But if you know, God, I don't like this feeling. Woof. And you go into meditation, and it's hard to bring yourself down from that if you got caught up in it, which we all do. But sometimes bringing yourself down means taking a walk first, then sitting in meditation, or exercising first, then sitting in meditation, or doing a long vowel mantra or chant that really gets you out of the head, drops you into the heart, right? Or doing some yoga poses. Like when times are really hard and you're going through like a traumatic um, trigger or whatever that is, um, I I always say to definitely get movement, find movement first, and then do your meditation after. John, music has a great way of connecting me to my spiritual feelings. 100%. Meditating is great. Yes. And let's talk about that for a quick moment, John, about music. Powerful. 100% yes. And I want you to experiment with music. And experiment with the music that works for you, and then experiment with music that is specific to adjusting the brain frequency or the brain waves, like chants, meditation music, chants, that type of thing, because you'll notice um, there's music that moves us, and it can kind of take us through an emotional roller coaster almost. And there's music that can just help balance us, and that's different for everybody. But play with that so you can see the depth of where what you are capable of with music, if that makes sense. The last card is you are the universe. These are good reads, and this is a good week ahead. Um, and I never give false hope. So I'm not saying like everything's going to be great and easy. I feel like this group that I'm talking to right now, whether you're live with me or after, is just aware and conscious and knows that their practice is going to play a huge part in how great the week is, right? And how when someone, especially a psychic, says like it's going to be a really good week, this is going to happen, we don't want things to just like we don't want to just trip over it. Oh God, that was lucky. It was a nice week. Oh, thank God it was a good week. We want to know that as things start to crumble, as life starts to crumble, we have a space to go to where we don't crumble and we can build, 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 right? Within the crumbling around us. Does that make sense? Ah, Harlow, I always listen to music when I draw. That I believe that. And my mom, I know she does classical music and does her puzzle, which I think is a great combination because that classical music can really open up the heart, and then the puzzle works, focuses the mind. So that's a really good combination too. I can imagine that music really inspires when you draw. I play a tongue drum daily for 10 minutes. Okay, first off, what's a tongue drum? It sounds amazing, and that I mean, drumming, man, can you get any more grounded? That's super cool. That's really cool. Well, John is gonna tell us what a tongue drum is. I'm going to read this last card. You are the universe. Know the self and know the nature of everything. You are you, and yet you are also the universe. Just like you, the universe is a living entity. It is not a thing or a person that knows everything. It is a growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways. I'm going to read that again. The universe is not a thing or a person that knows everything. It is a growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways. Wherever or whenever you are, you will always recognize yourself and you will always exist. Play with the idea that the universe and all its manifestations peers out through you. It mingles and joins with your energy to see the world through your uniqueness and expands as you do. You are the pioneer of this universal frontier, and the universe needs you to know it in all its forms. If you believe everything is separate, you will want a guide, angel, light being, someone or something outside of you who sees you to show you the way. However, everything is as one and nothing is separate. So nothing is on the outside looking in. The universe sees wonderment through your eyes, and you see wonderment in the universe. Become your own authority. Choose to feel good by discovering what makes you laugh, love, and enjoy. Focus on this, and you will create similar manifestations, and whatever you don't focus upon will fall away from lack of attention. Um, yeah, I mean, what more can I say? That said it all. Those are some good cards tonight. This Thursday, ooh, it's going to be fun this Thursday. We have a client who thinks his ex is haunting him. It'll be fun to talk to her and see what's going on. So it'll be this Thursday. And then, assuming no last minute changes in my schedule, I'll be here on Sunday again. And then after that is the big alien story, which I'm really excited about with Ben, who um, he not only saw a spaceship, but he heard it and watched it for like an hour. And then he lost 3 hours of time. All he remembers is waking up in his truck, doesn't know how he got there, and it was 3 hours later. I'm gonna communicate with them and find out what happened in those 3 hours. That's what everybody wants to know. Me too. What the hell? I hope it's something interesting, right? Because watch I communicate with them and they're like, "Listen, it's not a big deal. He just blah blah blah." And it's like, I need it to be a big deal. There's a lot of people waiting for this. John says steel tongue drum can be made from an empty, often 20-pound propane tank. The tank is flipped over and the base is cut or knocked off. The instrument is played with the fingers or with mallets. Wow. Mine has 13 tone areas. Whoa, that's awesome. Ooh, maybe, John, is it possible for you to play that? Like we could do a live together and you could play it during a guided meditation, or is it too loud? Or it sound, I don't know, think about it. That could be really neat. Thank you very much, you guys. Great time tonight. I always love doing this with you guys. And good comments, good questions, good energy in the meditation. Everyone is just moving forward. That's all we can ask for, right? Moving forward, staying grounded. I'll see you guys this Thursday for sure. Have a great week.